Welcome to the Bullvine Podcast, your go-to source for inside stories, cutting-edge research, and the latest updates in the world of dairy farming. In our 103rd episode, we explore the top 12 essential news stories of 2024 that every dairy farmer needs to know. So please grab a glass of milk, sit back, and let's get started with this week's episode.
In the fast-changing world of the dairy industry, staying informed isn't just a good idea. It's a must. With new inventions, market changes, and significant events, one piece of news can significantly affect your daily work. Think about each news story as a puzzle that helps you plan for the future. This year, the news stories show how things are changing and the challenges we face. They are about not just surviving, but also getting stronger. These stories can potentially influence farmers' operations in the coming year and spark new ideas. Knowing what's happening can mean the difference between a successful year and a tough one. Let's look at the top 12 news stories of 2024. Get ready to learn about essential events every dairy farmer needs to know. From setting records and facing surprises to big decisions and new trends, these stories show what's happening in the industry. This information could change your future in dairy farming. Get ready for the ride.
Number 12. Meet E103, the world's most expensive cow worth $4 million. E103, a Nelore meat cow hailing from Minas Gerais, Brazil, recently fetched a remarkable $4 million, underscoring the critical role of elite animals in today's marketplace and the impact of genetic excellence in meat production. With roots tracing back to the Ongole cattle of India, the Nelore breed is celebrated for its heat tolerance, disease resistance, and adaptability to grazing, a combination that gives it undeniable economic value. E103's sale embodies a transformative moment in the cattle industry, heralding a surge in investment towards superior cattle genetics and elevating the Nelore breed's reputation. This landmark transaction is set to influence ranchers and breeders globally, establishing new standards in meat yield and redefining pricing frameworks in the industry. While international breeding initiatives spurred by trade agreements present promising opportunities, they also pose questions about maintaining genetic diversity and preventing disease proliferation. The sale of E103 signifies a paradigm shift towards prioritizing genetic advancement, shaping market trends, and elevating industry benchmarks across the globe.
Number 11. Massive blaze engulfs London dairy farms. Over 450,000 liters of water and excavators deployed to battle fire. In Ontario, a big fire broke out at London dairy farms, and firefighters had to use 450,000 liters of water to put it out. It started in a hay barn and was challenging for the dairy farms. Firefighters worked all night, using lots of water and 2 excavators to tackle the fire. This is the second big fire at the farm in 10 years, and help came from Central Elgin and Thames Center to support the effort.
Number 10. May 2024, milk prices, a state-by-state earnings comparison for U.S. dairy farmers. In May 2024, U.S. milk prices reached $20.30 per hundredweight. This change is because fewer cattle are sent to slaughter, more exports, and increased local demand. Milk prices vary depending on the region. The Northeast has higher prices because of its cooler weather, while the Midwest has stable prices due to good infrastructure. The South has lower prices because it's hotter there. It costs more to feed cattle, and they are exporting more. In the West, droughts keep prices moderate. For dairy farmers, this price increase is a bit of good news. However, dairy farmers must watch the weather, global trade, and consumer preferences since these can change prices. Staying informed and flexible is very important.
Number 9. World Dairy Expo declines Trump campaign visit. The World Dairy Expo in Madison made an essential choice by saying no to a visit from former President Donald Trump's campaign. This decision fits the Expo's promise to stay neutral and avoid politics. The Expo is a big deal for the dairy industry because it shares new technology, equipment, and essential services for dairy farming worldwide. In Dane County, where many people support Democrats, the decision has political importance. Trump's visit might have energized local Republicans and provided a chance to talk about important issues like farm subsidies, trade policies, and rural health care, possibly helping the GOP close the gap in the state.
Number 8. Mega Dairy's downfall, the $125 collapse of New Zealand's Waitanui Group. New Zealand's Waitanui Group, once a mighty name in the dairy industry, has become a reminder of how big farming plans can sometimes fail. With farms covering 3,500 hectares, this $125 million mega dairy was a sign of big dreams, producing millions of kilograms of milk each year. However, financial mistakes and high costs led to the group's collapse. Judge Rachel Sussock noted that the appointment of receivers indicates the companies cannot manage their debts, emphasizing the severe financial difficulties. Although attempts were made, such as partial repayments and a significant deal to address farm debt, the group's challenges affected farmers, workers, and entire communities. Milltrust International Group, which left the partnership in 2021, stated their move was to align with our broader vision to realign our investments and foster sustainable prosperity globally.
Number 7. Vermont dairy farmer L. St. Pierre breaks records and earns thrilling 5K victory at U.S. Olympic trials. L. St. Pierre, from the beautiful dairy lands of Montgomery, Vermont, has wowed everyone by winning the 5,000-meter race at the U.S. Olympic track field trials in Eugene, Oregon. Her victory has earned her a spot at the Paris Olympic Games. Her journey from working on a farm to competing internationally reflects her community's hard work and support. St. Pierre's mix of farm strength and athletic talent is inspiring, showing how dedication to agriculture can translate into sports success. During the race, she made a smart move to overtake Florida's Parker Valby and take the lead. She finished with a time of 14:40.34, breaking the old trials record of 14:45.35 set by Regina Jacobs in 1998. As a top athlete and a loving mom, St. Pierre's story is admired by many. Her determination is poised to inspire many more individuals as the Paris Olympics approaches.
Number 6. Top 10 best places to farm in the U.S. revealed by 20-year USDA study. The Best Places to Farm report is a 20-year study examining 3,056 U.S. counties to see where farming makes the most money. It focuses on 3 things: how much you get back from what you own, profit margins, and how well you use what you own. It shows how these places can be profitable because they have big, high-quality land and great soil. But don't forget about the weather and market changes. Favorable weather supports successful farming, while adverse conditions such as droughts or floods can be detrimental. Significant fluctuations in market prices can directly impact your earnings. More significant and fertile areas usually improve, but unpredictable weather and market changes decide success. The countries that handle tough times well and take advantage of market chances always stand out. The top 10 farming areas are great at staying strong and making money, even with changing markets and weather conditions. Their success is due to smart spending on the latest machines and buildings, excellent farming practices, and quickly adapting to market needs and weather changes.
Number 5. Pon Holding to sell majority stake in 600 Muro Eurus Group to CVC, potential merger ahead. Pon Holding is getting ready to sell most of its shares in the Eurus Group to a British investment company called CVC. The deal is worth more than 600 million euros. This sale will bring significant financial benefits to Pon Holding and shows that there might be future mergers in the industry. Eurus Group includes important businesses like Alta, Genex, Jetstream, Trans-Ova-Genetics, Peak, SCCL, and VAS. Last year, Eurus made much money, 427 million euros, and half of that came from the United States. Pon Holding and CVC discuss merging, which could mean significant changes in cattle genetics and farm management. CVC wants to join Eurus with another big company in the field, making partnerships that could strengthen Eurus's market position and lead to more new ideas.
Number 4. Apple Red makes history. The first red Holstein with over 100 EX daughters. Apple Red, a leader in the Holstein breed, has reached a fantastic goal as the first red Holstein to have over 100 EX daughters. Her strong genetic traits have greatly influenced red and white breeding programs worldwide, pushing them to new heights. Known for her successful show career and record-setting offspring, Apple Red has consistently set a high standard for excellent form. Her rise to fame began at the 2006 World Dairy Expo, where she won in the Junior 2 Holstein class. A key moment came in 2008 when she was sold for an impressive $1 million, making her one of the most valued cows ever. Her pedigree brings together top genetic potential and excellent form, with her father, Carousel Regiment Red, contributing to her success and fathering the well-known two-time world champion, Lavender Ruby Redrose.
Number 3. End of an era. The final days of Hartford's last dairy farm. The Miller family is saying goodbye to their beloved Jericho Hill Farm in Hartford, Vermont, ending a long history that began in 1907 when George Miller's great-grandfather bought the land. For over 100 years, this farm produced about 150 gallons of milk daily, showing the family's lasting dedication to farming. As George and his wife Linda wrap up this vital part of their lives, they think about the hard work and determination it took to run the farm. Linda, who retired from her other job in 2018, was crucial in keeping the farm going through tough times. Today, Windsor County has only 17 dairy farms left, a significant drop from the 84 it had in 1997. This highlights an essential change in Vermont's dairy world. Meanwhile, Oak Ridge Dairy in Connecticut, now the largest in the area, provides 20% of the state's milk supply. This transformation illustrates the evolution of dairy farming in Vermont, underscoring the necessity of adapting to change.
Number 2. Controversial 30,000 head Lost Valley Mega Dairy decommissioned. Lost Valley Farm, once a busy dairy facility in eastern Oregon, had many problems with breaking environmental rules and dealing with government inspections. Canyon Farms is the new owner and wants to close the confined animal feeding operation, CAFO. However, the land still suffers from past mistakes, and pollution is a concern. Operations stopped in 2017 after over 200 rule violations, with fines reaching $187,000. 6 years later, high nitrate levels in the groundwater due to poor waste management remain a worry. The Oregon Department of Agriculture has told Canyon Farms to take down the CAFO structures, milking parlors, barns, and animal stalls. However, the real damage is the loss of community trust. Canyon Farms bought the land in 2023 and started the closing process, marking a clear end to dairy operations at this site.
Number 1. Oakfield Solomon Footloose named 2024 World Dairy Expo Grand Champion. Oakfield Solomon Footloose was named the 2024 Grand Champion of the International Holstein Show, which exhibited showbox sires in Vieira Dairy in Rudolph, Wisconsin. Herbacres Snapple Shakira was awarded Reserve Champion, exhibited by a coalition of Jacobs and Telemark, Ty D. Hole, K. Thoralaz, and Attaboy Holsteins. Jacobs Excalibur Bahamas won the 4-year-old class, while Jeffrey Way Hard Rock Twigs was unexpectedly absent from the results. The World Dairy Expo referenced its show ring policy and code of ethics, which outline the standards and guidelines for competitions and exhibitors. See more at www.thebullvine.com/news. Oakfield Solomon Footloose crowned 2024 World Dairy Expo Grand Champion.
Looking at the big stories of 2024, we see the dairy industry at a turning point. Oakfield Solomon Footloose's win at the World Dairy Expo shows the importance of good genetics. On the other hand, the closing of the Lost Valley Mega Dairy and the failure of New Zealand's Waitanui Group show the risks of running giant farms. These events highlight the need for solid risk management and sustainable practices. The closing of Hartford's last dairy farm marks the end of an era. It will change who farms and what the market wants, prompting experts to consider connecting with communities and keeping dairy traditions alive. Meanwhile, achievements like Apple Red's records or Viatine 19's high price show the potential for new ideas and quality in the dairy market. These stories hint at investing in unique and top-quality breeds to stand out. Possible partnerships and mergers, like the expected CVC Urus Group deal, could change how dairy companies work, leading to new strategies and growth for the businesses involved. Also, detailed studies on the best places to farm or state-by-state milk price comparisons provide key information, helping farmers make smart decisions about efficiency and marketing. These stories push dairy farmers to rethink their roles in the industry. As you think about these significant events, consider how they might influence your decisions. What can you do to ensure your farm thrives? How can these ideas make you more innovative, sustainable, and profitable? The stories of 2024 present both challenges and opportunities for dairy farmers. It's up to you, a leader in dairy farming, to use them for a successful future.
Thank you for tuning in to the Bullvine Podcast. We hope you enjoyed today's insightful discussion. Don't forget to subscribe, share, and leave a review. Catch you next time on the Bullvine Podcast, where bovine expertise and community come together.